She's back! My friend Jenn Kriz is back in bed with me, and I couldn't be happier. So Jenn is the board vice chair of the Outshine Film Festival, and she is just an incredible human, and I adore her. So I'm excited about having her back in bed with me. So the 17th annual, Outshine LGBTQ+ Film Festival will take place from October 16th to November 2nd, celebrating queer storytelling and resilience across Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and online. So you could watch it from wherever you at. All right. The fall edition runs October 16th through 23rd in Fort Lauderdale and October 24th through 26th in Miami. For everyone at home, you can also see films online from October 27th through November 2nd via Outshine At-Home, right? So maybe you don't have anything going on for Halloween and you want to stay home and watch these incredible films, you'll be able to. The festival will open with Blue Moon starring Ethan Hawke at Savor Cinema, Fort Lauderdale, followed by a lively after party at Masa and more. Over the next 2 weeks, Outshine will host spotlight screenings, special events, and premieres from more than 25 countries with 55+ films, after parties, and its signature cocktails and cinema series. Outshine will unite audiences to laugh, cry, and celebrate diversity. What did you think about that? Do you think that sums it up?
Wow.
Right?
The enthusiasm, I absolutely love. You have so much enthusiasm for Outshine. I love that about you.
Listen, I love Outshine. I can't believe that it's been 17 years. Like, I was going to ask you that. Like, does that even sound right?
It doesn't sound right. That sounds like, I feel like it's fewer. No, I think it's more, actually, because didn't we start in 1998?
I thought so, too.
Oh, my God.
I thought so, too.
I think it's 17 years in Fort Lauderdale.
I think that's what it
and
is.
27 years in Miami, which is nuts.
Which is nuts. Oh. And just think about, the fact that our queer spaces are slowly being taken away, right? And like, you folks have heard me from this bed talk about Outshine Film and the feelings that you get in a theater with other like-minded people. There's a sort of energy in that movie theater that you won't feel anywhere else, that you can't get at home. And it's okay. Please watch Outshine at home. But you know what I mean? Like, there's something about being in this room with LGBTQ+ people, with our allies, with our supporters, all laughing at the same things, getting the inside jokes that others might not. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what Outshine brings every year.
It really does. And I think my favorite, it's interesting you say, yes, watch it at home, but only if you physically can't leave your house. Like if you're flooded in or if there's some sort of a emergency situation. But otherwise, please come out, because the truth is we never get to go to a movie theater. And we're talking about really nice theaters here. We're talking about Savor Cinemas. We're talking about Silver Spot in Miami. These are world-class theaters. And how often do you get a fully gay audience or fully gay-friendly audience? And you're right, we laugh at the same things, we cry at the same things. You don't get to have that. So it's special for us.
It is. And now more than ever, I mean, they're erasing our crosswalks. We're in Florida where we're constantly under attack.
That just happened in South Beach. Can you believe it? Ocean Drive.
God. And just to see the video, I was away when it happened. And just to see the blocks being basically chipped up and blown away like nothing hurt so much. So to see our representation on screen means so much, you know?
We need it all the more now.
When other organizations are pulling back, Jen, when other organizations are trying to be silent because they're afraid, right? Yeah. The fear is real. The Outshine Film Festival is like, hey, we're here, we're queer, we are representing all the letters, and what you gonna do about it? You know what I mean? Where does that come from?
Well, I have to say it has not been easy this year in particular. It has been an impossible year for getting grants, sponsorships, all of that. And thank God, I always love to talk about my dear Mark. Mark really pulled it all together for us this year. As usual, he really went almost door to door and got people to donate. He got organizations to step up and everything like that. This is a really important thing to keep going.
Yeah.
And Mark has really taken the lead on doing that. So God bless you, Mark.
God bless you, Mark.
Yeah. I hate to say something nice about you, but
it hurts her. Like, you can see, like, her feet are tapping while she's saying it, because it's like,
I'm pinching myself on the side just so that I don't scream while I do it. But it's but I do love him so much. He
I
works
know
so
you
hard.
do. I
Yeah.
know. I mean, he does. He really is Outshine, and we love him for it. So, we go to Outshine Film Festival every year to laugh, to cry, to get educated, right? I mean, we're going to talk about a couple of our favorite films that we're looking forward to seeing. How about that? Jen has already seen them, and, I get the trailers, and I'm like, oh my God, this one looks exciting. This one looks fun, and then we schedule out so we can go to all the films that we want to, because it's a fun time. And by the way, you can see a film one day at 2 p.m. and the other day at 7 p.m. I mean, there are so many different times and dates and fun events to do that there's a possibility, no matter what your schedule is, to go and enjoy a couple of films.
Yeah, we have 11 days of films, so,
I love
take
that.
the week off.
Take the week off. We've worked too hard. So me and Jen usually talk about the girl films, right? Because, we're girls.
We are. Yes.
And we're those girls that are constantly surrounded by you boys.
Yes, and that's great. That's what makes us us. Yeah.
And also what makes us so patient and loving. Because we wouldn't be us without you gay boys.
And beautifully dressed.
And beautifully dressed.
Yes.
And fabulous.
Yes.
And reminded of what we wore twice. Because that's what you
Yeah,
do.
isn't that great?
I mean,
I love that. They're like, I love those jeans on you again.
I mean, like, mind you, they've worn the same polo to like 4 events, right? But they saw a dress that I wore like a year ago to something else, and they're like, oh, I remember the last time you wore that dress.
Oh, isn't that interesting? Don't you love how guys will wear the tightest t-shirt and pair of pants every time, and then they'll just stare at you and complain about us.
About my dress.
But not my dear boys.
Not my dear boys.
No, they're so sweet.
My
They don't
boys
say
are
anything
so
like
sweet.
that.
My boys are always telling me how beautiful and gorgeous I am.
Yeah, me too.
Sure, that's it.
They do.
No, they do, and they lift us up, right? And again, we wouldn't be us without them, right? But that being said, we also are reminded that, it is LGBTQ+, right? And the L is there at the beginning, and the L is represented. And in a time where reproductive rights have been taken away from us, it's important to also give space to the lesbians and give space to the queer women who want to see themselves on screen.
Yeah, and I think it's important to note that it does start with an L for some reason. I don't know who put that in first.
I'll tell you why.
Do you
want to know? Okay, well, during the AIDS crisis, right, when many men were shunned by their families and weren't able to get the help and comfort from their family members because they were ousted for having this, virus that people didn't know too much about, well, who came to the aid of the gay men were lesbians. Okay, there were a whole group of lesbian women, and because of that, they changed it to LG.
But who changed it?
Well, I don't know who exactly, but whoever started the whole
acronym.
acronym.
To speak directly to that person and just say thank you. Thank you for recognizing us for our moment of glory. And then it just stays forever, and now they can't get rid of that.
No, they can't. But
I love that.
But they've probably tried. But
we used to call it the it used to be called Miami Gay and Lesbian Film Festival. And then we started just calling it the Miami Gay and Lesbian, what did we call it? MIFO. It was called MIFO. And then it became Outshine. But I used to call it the Mark Gilbert Lesbian Film Festival because MGLFF.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a great way to remember.
Yeah, Mark Gilbert Lesbian Film Festival, but now it's Outshine.
I think we should start that.
Let's go back to that.
So women's films. Let's talk about a couple of films that we're looking forward to enjoying. Again, you can see the schedule of films at OUTshineFilm.org. Correct? Com. Is it com? Oh, okay. All right. OUTshineFilm.org. .com. OUTshineFilm.com. All right. So look it up. And again, like I said, buy your tickets, schedule your time around that, right? There are shorts, there are comedies, there are women's films, there are documentaries, there are films from how many different countries? A ton. Okay. So you want to see yourself on screen, go to OUTshineFilm.com and do that. Okay. So let's talk about the women's films that are coming up that we're super excited about going to see. Gorgona.
Yeah.
Okay, like you were super excited about this one and you're like, no, Faye, this you've got to see.
Yes.
Tell me why.
Yes. First of all, not just you have to see this. Everyone has to see this. This is going to be loved by men, women, children. Mostly men, women, not so much the children, but, well, they'd love it actually. But it's gay, straight, everybody's going to love it. It's sexy. It takes place in a dystopian Greek island in a time that petrol is all that matters, and everywhere in the world it's falling apart, and it's a a time where it's totally patriarchal and it's run by a gang of men, and the leader is dying, and he has to pick a successor. And by the way, the women in this film at the beginning, they're all just whores. That's it. That's the only value.
That was their use.
That was their only value to these guys, is just as whores. It's awful. And they were being traded for like a can of petrol.
Wow.
Like families would sell their daughters for that. Anyway, this woman, Maria, she is the lover of the leader, and he recognizes that she actually could be one of the successors. And so he kind of allows that. And it's very, very interesting to see how they treat her. And then she ends up meeting this other woman who somehow between the two of them, she unleashes this mystical power. And the word Gorgona in ancient Greek means Medusa.
Ah, okay.
And the word Gorgona in modern Greek means mermaid. And so it's interesting how she's quite both. And she does develop the power to kind of like with a stare, kind of not turn men to stone, but basically kill them. So it unleashes this power in her that it's...
I love that.
It's fanciful, it's cool, it's sexy.
And all that, and anything Greek I want to see, you know, like, and even with that, those undertones of like Greek goddess and that, you know.
Has
and
a little Wonder Woman kind of feel to it as well.
Yes.
So,
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. When is that film coming out?
That's the week after. So it's at the closing weekend in Miami at Silver Spot, the second Saturday. So that would be the 25th, I think.
I love that. Is that the one that you're going to have an after party for?
We're not having an after party for that. So you're just going to have to hang out with me.
No, but that's a lot of fun. And the thing is that this cinema is in downtown Miami. So there's so much to do right in that little vicinity that you can go see the movie, go grab a bite, go grab a cocktail. Like, it's all right there. It's so perfect to do that.
And it's Silver Spot.
You know?
They also have a bar there.
They
so
also
a lot
have
of
a
times
bar.
after films, people hang out there and have a good time.
Or watch the movie with a drink in your hand. I mean, it really doesn't get no better.
You can even order food there and have them deliver it to your seat.
Hello, okay?
Yeah.
Uber there, have a couple drinks, watch the movie, Uber home.
Yeah.
You might not be Ubering home alone. We'll leave it at that. All right. Another film that I wanted to ask you about, because it was centered around a Muslim family, and I was very interested in that. And a very proclaimed movie that has won a bunch of awards. It's The Little Sister.
Yes.
It's The Little Sister. Tell me about that.
So The Little Sister is a French film, and it takes place with an Algerian family that lives in the suburbs of Paris. And it's a very loving family, very religious family, and close family. And when the lead character, Fatima, I think, goes to college in Paris, she kind of, being away from her family, being away from her church, she decides to explore a little, and she ends up falling in love with this girl who's Korean, and it shakes her world. And I think for anybody who has that experience, which a lot of times you don't realize who you are until you leave home.
Until you figure it out. Like, until something like that happens, you don't realize that. And you're shook in that way, you know?
And you have to face the identity of, here I am, you know, very religious person, in her case Muslim, and, you know, and it's not necessarily accepted, and how's my family going to react and all of that. What happened with you when you were that age?
What do you mean?
Were you religious at all?
Well, my family is super religious. So I have always felt, damnation if you're going to go that route, right? You don't want to be like those people. They're going to hell, you know? So unfortunately, I was raised with a lot of fear, which is probably very similar to what she was, you know? When your mother's crying and saying, I don't want you to go to hell.
Right.
It touches something, because you're like, wait a minute, am I in the wrong, right? If my mom is crying for me not to go to hell, maybe I gotta further push this down.
Yeah.
Right? Which is not the right thing to do, BTW, right? We have to live for ourselves, not for our family. And I think that that's probably what she has to struggle with, especially in a country like that.
Well, I think that's part of what makes the film festival so important, is that they share these stories that you came to the conclusion on your own. But some people, they're younger, everything is environment, especially these days. It's just getting sometimes a little confusing. Who am I? You know, what's real for me? And I hate to say it, but it still is a fact that kids still, attempt suicide over these types of issues. So, love and acceptance is so important.
So important.
And then on top of that, having films that you can show for
relate
people
to,
and
and
see
like,
and be like, I'm not alone.
well, and also like show it to somebody, show it to your parent, right? Show it to
Yeah.
somebody that might relay that message to the
Yeah.
powers that be, right? Because
Yeah.
again, sometimes your parents are in that bubble.
Yeah. The
You
power
know?
of film, really.
The power of film is incredible. And the fact that these folks, blood, sweat, and tears, right? And then to get this film to be played in Miami, in South Florida, in Fort Lauderdale, you know, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I got to ask you about one last women's film
Well,
that,
let's
please.
talk about that other one, because it's a little similar
I'm about
in
to.
tone.
Can I ask you about
But
it?
are you going to know which one I'm talking about? Because
Yeah.
I gave you a bunch.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
My Heaven, Your Hell.
Oh my God! Yes!
So can I finish what I was saying? God, Jen.
She's
See, this
so
is why we could never have
This
dated.
is-
Do you understand? Because she literally is like,
I'm
I just stop you
trying
right
to
there?
Finish your sentences.
Yeah. And I
you're
know.
not letting me
because you're
finish
in my head, Jen. Get out of my head.
That's why we would be good in a relationship, but we're both with other people.
Yes,
so.
we are. And
yeah.
we say thank you to both of them for allowing
You're
us to be in
so
bed
wonderful.
together.
Yeah,
And you both are so wonderful because you have us.
I know. I was just going to say
Right?
that why I love them is because of how they are with us. And
Yeah. And
they-
how they're very well aware
so
that we're
sweet.
beautiful and that we're a catch. And, you know.
And how lucky they are.
And how lucky they are. I mean, they
Yeah.
just wake up every morning and open up their eyes and go, wow, Jennifer is freaking amazing. I'm the luckiest girl in the world. And my wife must wake up and go, wow, FayWhat is everything. I am so blessed. I should go make her coffee.
And even if they don't say it, they mean it. Like, I know that they're thinking
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Like, especially when I wake up and it's just like the one eye open and I just kind of like peer through the other eye and I'm like, she's so in love with me.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
100%. Like when she wakes
Yeah.
up, when Teresa wakes up at 7:30 in the morning and I kind of like put the blanket down and go, close the door. She knows how much I love her. Like, you know, and then I wake up at 10.
Well, see, but see, we know our partners so well.
There it is.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the women's film, okay? My Heaven, Your Hell.
Yeah.
Tell me about this. I love the title, by the way.
Yes. Well, of course, the title relates to how one of them is struggling religiously. So it's her hell that she's going through, and the other one is her heaven because she genuinely is very free about everything. But it takes place in Valencia, Spain.
Ooh, okay.
It's all
España.
in
España.
España.
Mhm.
And it's not just in Spanish; it's in Catalan too.
Oh,
so
okay. I hate
just
Catalan.
well, it makes it a little more confusing when you're like, "I got this." No, you don't.
But you don't worry about it. You read the subtitles and
Yeah.
you'll be fine. Trust me.
Subtitles are
Okay,
perfect.
Latinos, I'm talking to you, all right? Because you think you're gonna know everything, and then once it gets
Yeah.
to the Catalan, you're not gonna know what the hell it is.
So bring
just
your reading glasses.
yes,
Just in case.
yes, and get there early so you can sit up close because I have to.
And anyway, so it takes place in Valencia, and it takes place in the 1960s and 70s. So it shows you the beginning of their relationship, how it starts, and one is, a high society woman who looks like Ava Longoria.
Oh, I love Ava Longoria.
Mm.
She's so hot.
So it's not Ava Longoria technically, but let's just say it's Ava Longoria in this film, and she is spectacular. And then she has a maid who she falls in love with and seduces, and they get right to the point.
I
It's
love
not one of
that.
those long drawn out situations.
Oh, yes.
The film moves, and then it they get caught, and
I love that.
And
The
so then
housekeeper's making the bed, and
and
then
then-
she's making her. Bum, bum, bum. You know, something.
and that's exactly. Oh, don't ruin it. There is a bed making scene, and a bed scene, and but anyway, then it cuts to later. And the woman is now more involved with the church, and it just goes back and forth. She really struggles, and there's the priesthood there takes a major role. My girlfriend actually she was watching it with me, and she's so smart. She notices everything. Like I miss everything. She notices everything, and there was the scene with ants, and she looks and you just see an ant crawl across, and they're kind of like shaking off the ant and kind of like smushing the ant, and she's like, the ant represents the people, and the priest who's shaking it off represents how they control the people with the secrets that they get through confession,
Oh, wow.
as told by my Jewish girlfriend.
Oh, wow.
But isn't it interesting?
No, and it makes sense. It makes sense. Like it opens up a lot more if you think about cults and places like that take your secrets and then use them against you to
Yes.
keep you there.
Yes.
Same thing. So your girl is super intuitive.
She's so smart.
Yes, she is.
Yeah. and funny.
Does she want you to do confession with her?
No.
Okay, good.
She doesn't care.
Good. All right. So if women's films are your thing, make sure that you go to
Yes.
outshinefilm.com and look them up. Okay. Like I said, there's rom-coms. There's so many other kinds of movies. My favorite movies, and I love musicals and I love foreign films, but documentaries are my shit. Okay. Yes. I love, in AA, we're taught to stay teachable, right? What I feel today might not be what I feel in a year because I've educated myself in some way, shape, or form, right? And documentaries allow you to do that, right? And so Outshine has some of the best documentaries I've ever seen on trans, on BIPOC. I have seen some amazing, amazing movies in the past. This year, one of the ones that I want to see, it's about the Wizard of Oz. It's Dorothy. It's Dorothy. Yeah. All right. And when I go cruising, and if you go on the back of the cruise, it'll tell you Friends of Dorothy, right? And that's where you get to meet other gay people if you're on the same cruise, right? And it's an ode to Wizard of Oz and Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. So now the documentary is about what?
It's about the Wizard of Oz. And it's about the impact that the Wizard of Oz has had on countless people in countless generations. Do you know the Wizard of Oz was originally written in 1900?
Oh,
Can
wow.
you believe that?
No.
1900.
Holy crap.
And then in 1939, the Judy Garland movie, The Wizard of Oz, was done. And it has taken so many incarnations since then. And, it's everything from that to TV series where they've gotten talent through that way. They have had a Black Wizard of Oz, everything has gone through it. And now Wicked in the more modern times. And it's just very interesting how it's shaped so many people's lives. And so you see a lot of interviews with people like Ashanti, who played she played Judy Garland's character, Dorothy. And so many others are interviewed. Rufus, what is his name? Rufus Wainwright? You know him. Oh my God. Anyway, he's in it. So many. And they have really interesting archival footage of Judy Garland. And they go through different things about Judy Garland that I didn't even know. And how, when it was very controversial when they chose her for the role, because she was something like 17 or 18, but the character was supposed to be like 13 or something. Or maybe she was 15, and they were like, binding her breasts, to make her look younger. And, anyway, people are tough. It's a tough crowd out there.
Tough, even back then in the early 1930s, they were even harsher, it seems, than it would be now.
They had these entertainers on speed, basically, taking these pills so that they'd have lots of energy to perform. But it was like killing them and getting them horribly hooked on.
Well, and Judy Garland, unfortunately, it's known by many, and her documentary as well, that, that she had her issues with drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. And you're feeding them these meds to stay up, and they're not even 20, you know what I mean? They're not even old enough to do anything. That has to have some kind of lasting effect. But they still worked on this incredible film that lived on and still lives on today. Yeah. So, I mean, they did something right in a really effed up situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, what would that film be without her being on drugs? We'll never know. We'll never know. Could have been a real bore. There could not have ever, we may not have Wicked today without.
Oh my God. And Wicked 2 is coming up in the next couple of weeks. So make sure you get ready for that.
You got to see it. I love that show. Have you seen that live?
Wicked?
Yeah.
At least 5 times.
I'm so happy to hear you say that.
At least 5 times. I'm a Jersey girl, so I would cut school and go and watch a matinee. Like, I am that person.
See, that play, or that musical, to me, is the most gay musical, in as much as everyone who's gay is kind of like the green character. We don't understand where we are in life until we go to Oz. And all of a sudden, we're like, oh my God! We're normal. Everything's okay. It's like going to New York City for the first time if you grow up in Kansas.
Yeah.
And it moves me so much to see it. I love Wicked.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
And the
I love
music's
it.
incredible.
And the music's incredible. And it's hard because my favorite musical is Rent.
Oh, quite.
Right? Yeah. And again, gay people going through gay shit. You know what I mean? So,
Yes. And also Idina Menzel.
And also Idina Menzel.
Yeah, both times.
Her.
Wicked and
Love her. Love her. Okay, so we got to see the documentary. It's Dorothy. When is that playing? Do you know?
I'll tell you. You're going to have to look on the website to know for sure. But it's October 18th.
Okay, October 18th. All right, OUTshineFilm.com. Make sure you check that out, okay? Now, you know I'm a big dog lover, so I saw Perro somewhere. The dogs go running through the streets. Yeah. There's a dog superhero. What is it about?
I think you just described it.
Shut up. Come on.
Except it's a gay film, and the character, go back to there was a picture that he just showed where one of the guys is fully naked. Yeah, he's naked the whole film. So you just FYI, that's a good one to bring mom to. I would say, you want to know what we do? I'll show you what we do. When I go over to the guy's place for dinner, this is what should be playing. This is what's playing.
I love that.
It's great.
So he's naked the whole movie.
The whole movie.
Okay. If that doesn't get you to go, I don't know what will.
Ticket sales should be at 100% pretty soon. Yeah.
For that. So no dogs.
Well, I don't remember the dogs. I was so busy looking at the
Schlang?
No, the cinematography.
Oh, the cinematography. Yeah. No, because that's why
also
we go see a film.
Yeah.
Let's talk about one last film, and I will let you go. This is gonna close out our film festival.
Yes.
Jimpa. Am I saying that right, or is it Yimpa?
No, it's Jimpa because his name is Jim. He's a grandpa. He doesn't want to be called grandpa, so it's Jimpa.
Jimpa. Oh, I love that. Jimpa. Okay.
And he is played by John Lithgow.
That man has the faces. I mean, he's got...
I love him so much. He's done so many amazing roles, from Third Rock on the Sun to Dexter.
Well, exactly. When he was that Dexter character, when he was the killer, like, he played that so spot on that I never looked at him the same after that. Like,
I know. Isn't it amazing?
Scary looking. Like, he was made for that weird role, but then you see him somewhere else and he makes you laugh, and you're like,
I know.
Wait a minute. You're not supposed to make me laugh.
And kills you. But it's, it's funny you say that about actors, because I never looked at Robert De Niro the same way after I saw him in a killer movie, and I'm trying to remember the name of it right now, Cape Fear. After I saw him in Cape Fear, I just could never see him as any other role because it scared me so much. Same thing with Harry Connick Jr. When he was with Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, when he played a bad guy too. Yes.
Copycat.
Yes.
Oh, I couldn't even. I still, Anthony Hopkins.
Oh.
All of them.
Creepy ticket.
So but try to push that out of your mind, because here's Jimpa, John Lithgow, not a killer, just a gay grandpa, and he is such a great actor. And one of the fun things about this film is, and also Olivia Colman is in that, if you've ever heard of her, she's an incredible Oscar-winning actress. She's the mother of a non-binary child.
In real life or in the movie?
No, in the movie.
Oh, okay.
And the kid wants to live with grandpa for a year. And so it's, the idea of, your child wants to not live with you for a whole year. You have that dynamic going on. Jimpa doesn't kind of know what to do with a kid around. He hasn't had a kid around since his daughter left the house, and he's like full-blown gay now. His whole life revolves around it. He's HIV positive, which is interesting and adds a different element to it. And also just the dialogue of kids now versus John Lithgow's character. He's probably in his 70s, or he might even be 80. Just the conversational differences there. I mean, how do you deal with a 15-year-old these days? Do you guys even have the same vocabulary?
I don't like kids, so I stay the hell away from everybody under 20.
Under 20?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you wouldn't even be able to hang out with any of Mark's boyfriends?
None. No, I like the present one, though.
Isn't he the best?
Yeah, he's the best. And he showed me his ID, so it's legit.
Oh, is it?
So
that was a fake ID.
Oh, it's legit.
That's a real ID? All right. I love Maureen, too. It's fake ID.
I love John Lithgow. And any time to see a straight character, I know that people have an issue with, gay actors should play gay roles, and all of that. And I'm not going to get into all that. I think that representation is key, however it looks,
I say hire the best actor for the job, vice versa. If it's a straight role and you want a gay actor to play it,
and go do it, but the importance of the film is something that you should not overlook, right? The intergenerational issues, right? Like, I'm constantly telling, whenever I see like a senior event, I usually go to the director and go, hey, have you thought about mixing in some teenagers, right? Because there are some stories that those elders have that are no longer recorded because LGBTQ history is being erased, right? So how do we mend those two things? So the non-binary kid in this film doesn't feel like he's walking through some muddled mess that we made. Right. And then John Lithgow is not looking at the kid going, you don't know what any of this is about. You want to be non-binary? Screw you. You know what I mean? Like that is so important to mesh those two generations together, like in everyday life, like they're doing in the film, you know?
Yes. And of course they have their ups and downs figuring their way through, as you do. And of course they eventually figure it out. It isn't, a tragedy. This is obviously a happy ending film. But
why are you gonna spoil the ending? Everybody dies.
But I'd love, That's the sad thing with films that end in a flood. But it doesn't. It doesn't. It's a good one. But it's interesting what you said about learning from our elders too. There was a woman that I knew who was born in 1900, and she used to. Whenever she would start telling stories, I would always try to get as close to her and listen. She ended up passing away at 107, and I remember her telling a story about how when she was a kid, there were no cars on the road. Wow. And everyone drove around in horse and buggies, and then they started inventing cars, and then all the horses had to get off the roads. Can you imagine hearing stories like that now? What are we going to tell our stories? And you're going to not believe this, kids, but the cars were on the street. Now they fly.
Well, not really fly, but, I thought by now we'd already have them more
you didn't
fly.
Come in your flying car?
No. Came on my flying gay boy. I
on
just get on his back. A twink doesn't work because he's too little and I'm too big, but I get like a bear.
Yeah.
Usually works really great. I hang on to the hair and I'm out.
Oh, that you got,
Yeah, you got something to hold on to.
Yeah, that's smart.
I love you, South Florida Bears. Grrr. Before I let you go, tell me a party that we can't miss. One of the after parties that we can't miss.
Okay, opening night. Course,
okay.
Do not miss opening night party.
Yeah.
But we also have a great women's and men's spotlight party that's mixed, and it's at J. Mark's. So
they have great food
right up the street.
Yeah,
it's great. We're going to take it over. It's going to be amazing cocktails, amazing food, and it's just supposed to be an amazing event. So get all the guys and the girls together. Let's do it.
I love that. All right. So OUTshineFilm.com is where you get all your tickets, where you get all your information. Remind our viewers again when our festival starts and stops.
October 16th. Starts on the 16th, ends on the 26th. We are in Miami, the first, Fort Lauderdale, the first 9 days of it, and then we end up in Miami for the last 3 days of it. So I guess 8 days and 3 days. There's a little overlapping, but
it'll be fine. But if you go online, you'll figure it out yourself.
Yeah,
all right?
But the important thing is that you can catch it in both cities. So if you don't feel like driving, that's fine. We got you. Come to one or come to the other. Or if you feel like going for a little road trip, you can catch both weekends.
That far.
It's really not that far.
It's not that far. You and me do it all the time.
Yeah.
Is it less mileage when it comes to lesbians, maybe?
Maybe we're just better drivers.
Well, that's a given. That's a given.
Yeah.
So even as rainbow crosswalks fade, and this festival will shine as a vibrant reminder that the LGBTQ plus spirit cannot be erased. Outshine Film Festival is South Florida's premier showcase for LGBTQ plus films, producing 2 annual large-scale festivals in South Florida. More info, like I said, at OUTshineFilm.com. Jennifer Kriz in bed with me. Hope to have her again soon because I only see her once a year.
No, we're going to see each other all the time. All the time. That's what we're going to do.
Love her. I love her. Give them your best FayWhat.
FayWhat!